Hi everyone, this is Mr. Mwila, the science teacher. Uh, in this lesson, I want us to have a look at a very interesting topic, electricity. So when we're looking at electricity, is a topic that can be subdivided into four parts. So the first one is to look at what we're able to call electric current. And then the second part is voltage. The third part, electrical resistance. And then finally, the relationship that is between voltage and current. So now, before we understand all these things, there are a few things that we're supposed to know. The first one is to define electricity. So as we're able to see, we're saying electricity, this is the flow of electrons through a conductor. We know, I think we have the basic understanding of electrons. We've done this in chemistry, grade 10. Even integrated science, we've done this grade 8. The electrons are there. So we do understand what that means. So the other thing that we need to know, we also need to know what we call a circuit diagram. So a circuit diagram is simply a diagram that is drawn to show the path that will be taken by electrons as they will be flowing. So that is what we call a circuit. Is simply a pathway that is taken by electrons as they flow through a conductor. So now, when we are coming up with a circuit diagram, we need to know what we call circuit symbols. So there are many different circuit symbols which we are supposed to know. So we'll be able to look at a few, and then some others will be coming as we continue looking at electricity. So the first one we're going to look at is this. Just that. So that is simply known as a connecting wire. That is a connecting wire, or just a wire. And then we also have that is a cell. So a cell will simply be able to have the negative and the positive part. So that's what a cell is. And then we have this. Negative, positive. That one now becomes a battery. So a battery, the very simple definition of a battery is simply a collection of cells. So that's that. And then we also have this. So this one is an open switch. Open switch. Open switch. And then we have that one. That one is now closed switch. Closed switch. And then the other one, we may also be able to have that. That is a bulb. And then a bulb may be represented in many different ways, but that's the common way of representing it. We have that is known as a resistor. That is used to represent a resistor. And then this same resistor, we may be able to draw it like this. Now we put an arrow like that. So when we put an arrow like that, it becomes what we call a variable resistor or a rheostat. Variable resistor. Resistor or rheostat. Rheostat. Yes. So these are some of the common circuit symbols which we are supposed to know. There are a lot, but these are the common ones. So now we'll be able to continue. Now we'll be able to start with electric current. Electric current. electric current. So now let's define what this one is. What is electric current? So electric current is simply the rate at which charges flow. The rate at which charges flow. This is the rate at which the charges we're talking about here are simply electrons, the negative charges. This is the rate at which charges flow. So that is the simplest definition of what electric current is. It's the rate at which charges will flow. So the charges we're talking about here are the electrons. We all know for a fact that when it comes to protons, protons do not flow, they do not move. Those ones, they are stationary. But what flows are the electrons. Yes, that's why we are saying negative there to simply indicate electrons. So from this same definition, we can come up with a formula. We can come up with a formula where we can say current represented by capital letter I is equal to, so charge is simply written like this, Q over charge over time. So that is the formula for current, one of the formulas for current. So the next thing we need to know is the unit for current, the SI unit for current, So the unit for current is simply the ampere. When you're writing in full, you start with small letter a. When you're writing a symbol, you represent it using capital letter A, like that. So the unit for current is the ampere, represented or denoted by capital letter A. The other thing that we are supposed to know is the instrument. What instrument do we use to measure current? So the instrument used to measure current is the ammeter. So that is the instrument that is used to measure current. Now, another important aspect which we are supposed to know when it comes to an ammeter is its connection. How is it connected to an appliance in a circuit? How are you supposed to connect it? So we need to know that an ammeter is always connected in series to an electrical appliance. It is always connected in series to an electrical appliance. So now what does that sentence mean? When we say in series, what are we trying to say? So we're going to represent that using a very simple diagram where we can be able to have a battery. Here we have a battery, and then that, a very simple circuit, and then an ammeter will be there. So when it is there, then there should be the appliance there. Let's say we have a resistor. A resistor is there, and then it continues like that. So when we have such kind of a connection in the same line like that, when an ammeter is connected like that in the same wire with the electrical component, we are able to say that that kind of connection is series connection. So this and that, they are in series connection. That's what it means. So basically, this is what we need to understand concerning electric current. The next thing that we're going to look at is voltage. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook